Next on Worcester News Tonight, professional hockey returns to the city. A look at what's next for the new team. And more snow for central Massachusetts. Residents keeping the snow shovel handy to start the week. A live look at Worcester right now as the snow continues to fall in the city and across Massachusetts. You've got some falling snow, some blowing snow there, and as you can see, it is making for some tough road conditions this evening and into tomorrow morning. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Andy Madison. The snow started midday and it has brought several inches to the area, and it could continue into Tuesday morning. Unlike last week's snow, this one affected the evening commute and kept crews busy throughout the day. Here's a look at the conditions earlier today in Shrewsbury. As you can see, people were out and about shoveling and getting rid of the snow. Those we spoke with say they noticed a difference in road conditions throughout the day.
I have no complaints. The plow drivers do a fantastic job. We really appreciate their work. And honestly, the roads seem pretty safe to me.
And of course, the students loved the snow conditions because it made for a 4-day weekend for those that had school off on Friday. We'll have a look at that much later coming up in the newscast. Well, less than a year after the Worcester Sharks left town, professional hockey is coming back to the city. A new team was approved by the ECHL last week, and today the move was officially announced by the league commissioner. Our Olivia Lemon has the details.
Today, I would say, is a combination of being grateful, being relieved, and being excited.
Professional hockey is coming back to Worcester. The new team's owner, Cliff Rucker, making the official announcement Monday at a press conference. Rucker says he's been working on bringing a team back since it was known the Worcester Sharks would leave the city.
I'm grateful that we were approved. I'm relieved that the last year-and-a-half investment was not a bust. And I'm incredibly excited to really get to work and start moving forward.
Worcester is the 29th city to become a part of the ECHL, a league one level down from where the Sharks used to play. Commissioner Brian McKenna says Rucker presented his pitch well, making it an easy decision.
In our view, it was the strength of the market, the arena, the ownership, I think, that really laid out the case for us to be here.
The new team, whose name will be announced in April, will play at the DCU Center.
For me, the hockey part of this is going to be easy. I've been in the league a long time. I know it from the top to the bottom.
Toby O'Brien is the new president and general manager of the team. The Massachusetts native says he will respect everything the Sharks did, but will move forward with new ideas for this team. The team will be marketed as a hockey club.
You do not have to be a member of the club to come to a game. You don't have to be a member of the club to buy a ticket. But if you buy season tickets, you are automatically a member of the club.
The Worcester team won't begin playing until the 2017 season. Rucker says it's a strategic decision.
When I first came to Worcester, the reason I decided to drop a puck in 2017 versus 2016 is I didn't want to show up and have to ask people for stuff right away. We wanted to give.
Olivia Lemon, Worcester News Tonight.
October 2017 may seem like a far way away, but as we found out today, they are wasting no time getting down to business.
Officially introduce Worcester as the 29th member of the ECHL to begin playing in 2017.
Today, it was all smiles. Tomorrow, the work continues.
We are full steam ahead, staffing up the office. We will be fully operational from an office standpoint by May 1st.
Worcester's new hockey team will be open for business in 2017. For the moment, they don't have a team name or an affiliation, but they have made their first hire.
College coaches, agents, scouts, we're in the middle of everything.
Massachusetts native Toby O'Brien will serve as the team's president and general manager.
Going forward, it's going to be brand new, and we're going to go in with new ideas and our own ideas while respecting the past. We're going to just try and be Worcester's team.
So what's next? Owner Cliff Rucker says they will first form a team in the front office, then hire a coaching staff before looking at players. It will be several months before they find out which NHL team they'll be affiliated with, but they feel they are well positioned to put a successful team on the ice.
I've done college scouting. I lived in Europe for a year. The hockey part of things that's going to be easy.
geography, though, was kind of a bonus. In our view, it was the strength of the market, the arena, the ownership, I think, that really laid out the case for us to be here.
A fan fest is planned for April at the DCU Center. The team name will be revealed then, but the team affiliation isn't expected to be known until sometime in the fall. Worcester police have arrested a man in connection to a shooting last month. Police say they responded to gunshots between two cars on Shrewsbury Street on January 7th. A warrant for Hector Pinero was issued on Friday, and police say when they went to his home, he tried to escape.
After a few moments of him, Mr. Pinero, resisting, the officers ended up inside the apartment by the front foyer, by the front entrance, where they were eventually able to effect the arrest. As soon as he was handcuffed, officers looked up, and right in plain view, about 6 feet from the struggle, was a loaded revolver right on the kitchen counter.
Members of the crime scene unit say they collected that revolver, a plastic bag containing crack cocaine, and cash. Pinero will be arraigned in court tomorrow. Well, another look at weather tonight as more snow moves into the area. After a quiet January, this month has seen its fair share of snow and ice. Our Brittany Schaefer has a look at the latest snowfall here in central Massachusetts.
A lot different than last winter, but Bridget Johnson and her daughter aren't complaining about back-to-back snow days.
We're pretty excited. We just got a 4-day weekend because we had no school Friday or today.
I can stay home and stay in my pajamas, and I'm really comfy and we can stay together.
Bridget works in the Shrewsbury school system. She was one of the first in the city to start shoveling and says she has a system.
Always get out early. I'm probably the only person on my street who will be out here like 6 times before the snow ends because I'm afraid if it gets too heavy, I'm not going to be able to do it.
After shoveling, the Johnsons' plan for the day is hot chocolate and a movie. For the Padula brothers, a second snow day meant more time for sledding.
I'd rather have a snow day than have a day in summer because snow you get to go sledding. It's really cold. Like my face is freezing, my hands are numb, even though I got these on. But we're sledding over there, and we're going pretty fast.
Children may be enjoying the snow day, but for UPS driver Paul Caruso, the snow makes his job slow and dangerous. He says he misses last week's weather.
I much prefer the 50 degrees. This is reminiscent of last year, and had enough snow, especially my job. You know, it's much easier when the weather's good.
Worcester's Department of Public Works had more than 300 pieces of equipment out clearing city streets. Commissioner Paul Moosey says he would rather have a snowstorm like today than the wet, heavy snow we had Friday.
It's much easier to plow a light snow like today, and it's much better for drivers when we get the wet, sticky kind of snow that we had Friday. It's very slippery, and it's just more likelihood of accidents.
Brittany Schaefer, Worcester News Tonight.
We'll have another look at whether we can expect any more snow later in the newscast with the full forecast. Well, Chipotle customers had to find somewhere else to eat lunch today. The restaurant was closed this morning for a company-wide meeting about food safety. The meetings were held after cases of E. coli at Chipotle restaurants on the West Coast. 141 college students also got sick after eating at Chipotle at a Chipotle restaurant in the Boston area. The restaurant opened at 3 p.m. this afternoon and is offering free burritos to customers. There's a plan to upgrade the electrical and security equipment at Quabbin Reservoir. The MWRA will spend more than $3 million on the 14-month upgrade project. This, according to the Telegram and Gazette. The paper reports security upgrades include the installation of 19 cameras, which will be monitored from State Police's Belchertown Barracks, and existing power lines will also be replaced. The price of a gallon of gasoline in Massachusetts is the cheapest it has been in 7 years. AAA says the cost of a gallon of self-serve regular fell to an average of $1.77. That's 4 cents lower than last week's 40 cents cheaper than at this time last year. Gas prices have fallen for 9 consecutive weeks. Shining a spotlight on adoption. It's the aim of a gallery being displayed at the Hanover Theater all this month. Our Patricia Nicholas got a closer look earlier today.
Anyone who attends an event at the Hanover Theater within the next month will be able to view the Heart Gallery.
A lot of people coming through the door here to see shows across the spectrum, and you never know who's going to be the right fit for someone. So any opportunity to get these in front of some people is, it's our little piece of what we can do to help.
You know, they have, 30,000 people probably in the next couple of months coming through, and that's a great exposure for children who are looking for an adoptive home.
The Heart Gallery displays pictures of children who are awaiting an adoptive family. It's part of a national initiative. The gallery in Worcester is one of more than 120 in the United States. The Massachusetts Adoption Resource Exchange says it helps put a face to adoption.
So what we give them is a face for the adoption, and then we also give them information about how to connect with the adoption process. And that's a really good first place for people to start the journey.
Currently, there are more than 7,000 children in the state living in foster care and waiting to be adopted. Mayor says the process to become an adoptive parent includes 3 main steps: an application, a pre-screening, and a short training to help prepare.
And it's a process that Mayor walks through with people, as well as the Department of Children and Families and a lot of support resources. So there is some time involved in the process, but again, families of all different constellations come together to become supportive and loving adoptive parents.